Okay, don't come back in here yet. Get away from me. Well, this is my trailer for my Com-Pac 16. I'm going to take these rollers out, move these out of the way. They're a little too close. They've been rubbing on the boat. And I'm going to take these rollers out, and I'm going to put a carpeted 2x12 down through here and do away with the current setup. That'll lower the boat on the trailer a couple of inches, make it a little bit easier launching possibly, but it just seems to hold up better as far as better carrying the weight of the boat spread out. As it is, the boat was only resting on these 2 points right here, which is about 2 square inches, and then 2 points on this one, which was about 2 inches, carrying the whole weight of the boat. You know, other than the bunks, which they don't typically carry hardly anyway. They're just to keep the boat from tilting back and forth more or less. These rollers are basically carrying almost 100% of the boat's weight, just in those 2 little tiny spots there. There's a place on either side of that center groove there, and that can put stress on the fiberglass on the bottom of the keel on the gel coat, and it can, you know, cause cracks in your gel coat and stuff like that from that pressure. And these rollers don't last long. This one here is already split. It's already split here and here, and they're, you know, a bit more expensive to maintain than just a pressure treated, you know, 2x10 or 2x12 with carpet on it. And your boat, you know, when you launch the boat, I don't launch it and let it roll off. It floats off. This is a tilt trailer, but I've never launched it, you know, with the tilt mechanism and, you know, and let the boat roll off. I always back it in until the boat, you know, gently floats off the trailer, and then pull the boat off and pull the trailer out. Hallelujah. Cut off the bevel, make it a little bit easier on the boat in addition. Hallelujah. undercut the back side just a little bit where it'll drop down where I need it up there at the front. Just using up my excess board going that way as far as I can. I just use the skill saw like a little planer kind of thing. Just gouge that out a little bit. I just let that end go down just a little bit until it hits the frame, because the tongue goes uphill slightly. So it was catching the tongue as it went up. If you look under there, you can tell, hopefully you can see it, there's a gap right here, you know, where the V of the frame is lower than the board. So I've got to either add a filler here or either put an angle iron across here to support that. If not, the weight of the keel pushing down there will make that board curve and probably potentially split down the length of it. So got to figure out that. And then you can see there where that was just undercut a little bit to fit to that frame there a little better. Maybe one of my pencil drawings or pen and inks or something. I don't have any carriage bolts, but I've got some countersink bolts. So one thing I'm going to do is just countersink a nut on the back side where I can tighten it up, and that way they won't turn whenever I put after the carpets on it, where I can still put my lock nut and washer on the bottom. Basically, I'm just recessing a hole big enough for a nut to fall into, and that way I can pre-tighten my bolts and then put the board in place with them pre-tightened, and then they won't turn on me whenever I try to tighten the final nut on the bottom of the angle iron. Hallelujah. I will be stapling this through this with stainless staples. I like to use Monel, but they're harder to find. But the stainless worked okay. Hallelujah. Well, that worked out pretty good. There's a pressure treated 2x12. Hallelujah. These boards here are too far gone, so I'm not going to try to save those. Okay, so I guess it's got to go give me a 12-foot 2x4 treated, cut it in half and cut it with carpet. I think the bearings on the wheels are okay. I spun them yesterday and they sounded pretty smooth, so I think I'm gonna just take those out and repack them and put them back in. And I have no idea if the lights work or not. I'm sure they don't. I'll probably end up replacing the lights, the wiring. But that's the trailer that was made for that Com-Pac 16.